Hey, it's Norm from Tesla.com. I'm here at Maker Faire 2014 with Mark Kornblad. You run an organization, you work with one called Game of Drones. That tells me that drones are pitted against each other in arenas like this. What's going on?
It's all about aerial combat. We pit drones against each other in a sumo wrestling style combat, and the first person to hit the floor 3 times is the loser. So we make it really exciting. We often have as much engineering and repairing happening in the middle of the game as we have flying. And the audience seems to like to see the engineering as much as they like to see the combat.
So we followed like the battle bots, the combats, and that's what we found, that a lot of it is in the pit. A lot of the action is repairing these drones, repairing the robots between the battles. Are there different classes? What do people come into these matches with?
We're seeing just about everything. Plenty of commercial drones, but more than that, we're seeing handmade drones of every shape and size that you can imagine. Laser cut cardboard, parts that are just sourced from a hardware store, mixed and matched 3D printed parts, just about anything you can come up with that flies has shown itself in the arena.
So I could bring like a Parrot AR drone, something I bought a couple years ago, and want to destroy someone else's multi-rotor that they spent time on. They put it in the ring, and I can do that?
You could put it in the ring, but I'm not sure if the Parrot would be up to the task, but you're certainly allowed to.
So what are the multi-rotors that are the most successful?
Again, the ones that seem to do the best are the ones that are hand-built, so that the designs can be really optimized for combat. And in fact, it was a sort of a secret fight club of drone combat that inspired us to start making these drones that we make that are somewhat indestructible. And we went through just about every kind of engineering solution you could come up with until we finally sort of landed on an airframe that is pretty much unbeatable. Nothing can happen to this airframe. I can't say the same for all the components, the electronics, motors, flight controllers, things like that. They seem to die relatively easily, but we're at least getting it so that the hardware and the airframe can take all the abuse, all the fighting and crashing.
So that's for defense, having a really sturdy and lightweight airframe on top of your guts. Are people making quad multi-rotors for offense?
We're starting to see some very interesting offensive weaponry. For the Maker Faire, for the sake of safety, we decided to prohibit any projectiles or fire or chemicals or anything like that, which we use a lot of when we're fighting privately. But for this event, we decided to keep it essentially clean and safe by making it sort of wrestling. So it's all about hanging a net or strings off of your multi-rotor, or maybe you extend your arms out with something on the end of it that might interfere with the other guy's multi-rotor. So basically, if you can fly it, it's good to go.
And it's all indoor, within the confines of a netted arena.
We're doing it indoors in this fantastic netted arena that Maker Faire put up for us. But we've done it inside warehouses, we've done it outside as well. We'll fight wherever there's open sky.
Can you describe a typical private fight when you guys go out and just duke it out, no restraints? What is that like?
It's usually about 10 or so people. They bring extremely aggressive machines. It's usually people from the Bay Area machine art and robot community, so they know what they're up to and they know what they're building. And so we'll have paintball, we'll have flamethrowers, airsoft, and in those situations, if you show up, you've got to fly and fight. Like Fight Club, if you show up, if it flies, it fights.
Awesome, and how can people get involved if they build their own quads or multi-rotors? Is this going national?
We're trying to franchise it out because it's been so popular, and other Maker Fairs and other events want this drone fighting there. So we launched the AASL, which is the Aerial Action Sports League. And if you go to aasl.info, there you can find our general rule set and a sort of a kit that we provide to get other people started hosting their own events.
Thank you so much, Mark, for telling us a little bit about drone fighting. We're going to watch some of these matches in a second, and we'll see you guys online on Tesla.com. I'm Norm. See you next time. Bye.